Okay, I have everybody that's in the raid on the spreadsheet marked as here.
Do you want me to get into the healing spec so you can see that? Because I'm in DPS right now.
Well, right now I'm just trying to get everybody in here and see what we have. So I wouldn't worry about it yet.
Okay.
Hey, Crop, what DPS spec are you running?
Mugen.
And you said tank, right?
Yeah, I have a little experience tanking.
Um, 120.
Yes.
Other than my husband Floon, is everybody else 120 right now? Where the hell's Gus at?
I was wondering that too.
After all that crap he gave us.
He's late sometimes.
Pinged him in Discord. He's not home yet, but soon.
Okay, for the record, I do not want to take any team names that are other raid teams' names or spoofs of them from the Horde side. Like, we should have our unique name. So when you're suggesting raid team names, that's what I'm looking for. I know there was a couple of spoofs in there, but Okay. Oh. Alright, I think I have everybody that's currently joined the raid team on the spreadsheet. Mark, is there anybody in Discord who is not invited to the raid team yet that needs an invite? Somewhere we're missing somebody.
No, we have more people in raid now than we have in Ben or just.
in Discord.
Also, the spreadsheet is pinned in the first channel, the general chat. If anybody
Yeah.
wants to take a look and see if I need to update something. Alright, hello, whoever joined Discord. Alright, if anybody is under 370 for their item level, put a 1 in raid chat. Let's see where we're at gear-wise. Nobody? Nobody's under 370?
I just hit 373. I was.
Yeah, everybody in range. He's the lowest. Next is 376. Goes to 377, 383.
Hello, whoever.
Well, heck, if that's it, then we might as well start with the first raid and see what happens. I mean, the first raid. The newest, not the newest raid, not Crucible. I meant
good
Battle
raid.
for... Sorry, I didn't mean to be... Sorry. Anybody not know where the raid entrance is?
Well, we have enough to summon now, right?
Oh yeah,
Somebody doesn't know.
I'm starting to.
Okay, so just a few things. this is basically an AIE raid team, but anybody that's working from other servers, I mean, everybody that's heard of this raid team has been in AIE, so no issues there. In general, we want to make sure that we kind of follow AIE's policies. If we get to the point where everybody's cool with after dark stuff, then we're cool with it. But until we get to know each other, let's not go silly crazy. And tonight we are going to see how we do and what we got and who's comfortable doing what roles and all that other stuff. So I expect that we will wipe. I do not expect to be using cauldrons or a bunch of stuff until we kind of see where we're at. Anybody have any questions?
Actually, I just realized I need to go apply a rune on my weapon. Just because I just got a new one.
Okay, go ahead and we'll summon you back.
Okay.
Who are? So we have Bob and Art. Are you guys comfortable tanking? Are you guys pretty familiar with tanking?
I'm a little rusty, but I'm.
So, Serene, your raid instance seems to be up.
Oh yeah, don't go in because I was doing stuff with another raid team earlier this week, so I gotta give it to somebody else and.
Betraying us already.
It's another AIE raid team from another server. I putz around with them every once in a while, which is the only reason why I have the gear I do.
Fantastic.
Okay, why is my thingy not letting me tell that you guys are...
3, 2, 1.
Part is your instance... I mean, not clear. You know what I meant.
I have never killed anything in the raid this week on this character.
Good, you're now the raid leader. Can you reset the instance?
Alright, reset. Let me go in and see what's there.
If you guys went in already, you should probably not go in just yet.
Thank you.
Because somebody had to raid without us.
Hey, it was practice. I wanted to make sure I knew what I was talking about.
Okay, I'm in a clear instance.
She's used to the horde side. Their fights are in the wrong order now.
I know, it's weird.
Yeah.
So are we okay to go in?
Yes.
Thank you.
I can't wait to get to be an orc again.
But I assume I'll switch.
Time to deploy our simian friend. The Horde won't know what hit them.
Hey guys.
Alrighty, hello.
Hey, Seema.
Are you coming, Seema?
No.
I didn't hear what your reply was.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I said I'm logging in right now.
Are you 120?
Yes.
Yay!
Are you over 370?
I am 375.
Are you single and ready to mingle?
Man.
Oh my
Asking for a
gosh.
friend.
That wasn't one of size questions.
Anybody who knows me from DOA knows that I really don't ask those questions anymore.
Yeah, she doesn't care if you're single.
No, my questions, I had to create a survey for players joining my raid team, and the questions range from bacon, wiggly to crunchy versus waffles and pancakes. Nothing to do with, WoW at all.
Nice.
The
Sweet.
answer to waffles and pancakes is yes.
Bacon has to be a little chewy.
Oh, crispy.
And there's the debate. Seema, do you know what the raid instance is?
Is this Battle of Desarlor?
Yep.
It's conveniently
boat.
located by the boats.
We can run out and summon her.
Oh, I think I have been. There's a portal there just past the boat, right?
Yeah, pass it.
Everything on Alliance side is wonderfully convenient.
Yes, it is.
Even the placement of
see
the
it.
city, right in the middle of the map, where everything's within reach.
Oh, thank you for the summon.
As you ran up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also on the Alliance side, the whole town after a certain point is you're inside. You're resting.
Yeah,
So much better.
Yeah.
it really is. It's so sad how easy and convenient it is.
Yeah.
So, for those that might not have saw earlier, we added a chat channel that says raid team name suggestions. Feel free to add raid team name suggestions into that channel as the night goes on. Towards the end of the night, we'll kind of narrow it down to like a top 5 or something, and then we'll do some sort of voting system in Discord. The only thing is that because we will be posting our stuff in the AIE Discord as far as kills, I don't want anything that would be considered against AIE policies per se. Also, I don't want to do anything that would infringe upon names of raid teams that already exist. Other than that, have fun with it.
I'm not sure if we have enough healers. We need a couple more healers.
Agreed.
Got Mars.
Preferably druid.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, can we have any more druids in this raid right now?
No mage, no priest, no buff.
I almost did my priest. But I just much rather play Shaman.
Concentration.
Yeah, can you pull them out of the fire, please?
Got one.
Oops, my bad.
Who's casting that concentration?
The paladin.
Yeah, it's the.
If I learn the name, I can asphyxiate, and that will stop him.
It's too far away.
I'm a bad rogue.
I can't attack that target.
So as far as loot goes, I'm not gonna run any sort of add-ons or do any. If something drops and you can trade it and you don't need it, all I ask is that you offer it to somebody on the team, before you vendor it or shard it or anything, just so that people can get gear.
Protest all you want, but you appear to be outnumbered.
The light of the lower is all the strength I need. Face me!
Penance and Penance the big one.
I think it's just regular heal.
And do we kill ads?
So, Seema, have you done this fight at all?
Nope.
Then okay. So what's gonna happen is the tanks are gonna pull the boss, which is the one on the mount, to triangle, and we're all going to DPS the boss. And then when the boss changes their like seal spec doohickey thing, judgment, whatever the heck it's called.
Yeah, he'll cast a seal of either judgment or righteousness. Which
Yeah, when they change the seal, then we switch and kill the ads. And
Okay.
then once the ads die, you cannot touch the boss again until she changes her seal. So then when she changes her seal back again, then everybody jumps on the bosses. And then when the new ads spawn, the tank will take the ads away, and we'll just focus on the boss until she switches her spec basically again. And then we switch the ads.
Yeah, if
Basically,
you're
this
using
fight
BBM,
punishes
it'll
you.
tell you.
Gotcha. So that
And you don't want to stand in anything, because standing in stuff is bad. And the other biggest thing is the Crusader does an ability that will stun you if you are facing him when it goes off. So you want to make sure that your back is to the Crusader at all times, so that you don't get
Okay.
hit with that stuff.
It's on UZ already.
Oh, my bad.
The boss also has, on the Horde side at least, it's called Wave of Light that you don't want to get hit.
Yeah, the
Yeah, same
fight
thing with the
mechanics are the same. Yeah.
if you're standing on the boss, though, that wave of light won't hit you. It has to get a couple of yards before it.
So yeah, if you're melee, you're not going to get hit by it. If you're on the boss.
Oh, that's good to know.
All right. Any other questions?
Okay. Martin, which side are you gonna take the boss to? Crusader in the other side.
Here, let me put another raid marker.
You also want to try to interrupt the disciples when they try to
I'll keep.
when we're killing the ads.
Yeah, when we switch to the ad phase, interrupt those disciples.
And when we go to the interrupt phase, or I'm sorry, when we go to the ad phase, the ad that becomes big and giant, no matter what it is the number one priority target. Then once it dies, then we can focus on the other healer, and then unless the Crusader is the big one, and then you kill the other two others. But killing the one that's big and giant is most important, because otherwise it'll eat the tanks.
I've got Purge up for that.
Everybody's ready.
Now, before everybody attacks, make sure the tank has the boss pulled away from the ads.
3, 2,
Yep, just hang out here and wait.
Loa grant me
For 3
strength.
thunders.
Out of range.
Turn.
The light judges all.
I lost the Crusader here.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer.
Turn.
It's too far away.
The light judges all.
Switch.
On the ads. Sorry.
Alright, to the ads right now.
Beware. I'm out of range.
Turn.
The light judges all.
And you want to pull the ads out of
Yeah,
that
I
light
was-
beam.
I got
I
stuck.
tried back.
Turn.
Re-res the
I'm out of range.
The light judges all.
Turn.
It's too far away.
Switch.
Back on the boss.
Yep, off the ad, back to the boss.
To arms!
I need to get closer.
Ads.
For the lower.
I'm out of range.
Delight judges
Too far
all.
away.
Turn.
Ah.
I need to get closer.
Turn.
Delight judges all.
Turn.
Remember, we gotta keep the boss in the ads 30 yards.
Switch.
Can't grab
Alright,
that
the
ad
ads.
over there.
Tanks over here.
3 minutes on B-Res.
It's too far away.
Turn.
Delight judges all.
I need to get closer.
Might go ahead and wipe it.
From the start, I kept
Victory
losing
for the lower.
aggro on like at least one of the disciples. It would
Turn.
Okay. The disciples, you do not have aggro on them. Like, they just do their own thing. The only thing you have to do is interrupt to move them out of the wave of light. The only one that you really have to tank once you get them away from the boss is the Crusader, because everybody should be focused on the boss. Nobody should be hitting the disciples.
Alright, well, at the beginning, one of the disciples, I think one of the healers was right up next to the disciples.
The healers will
start.
always have aggro from the disciples. Like, always. I can
Okay.
guarantee you that. Like, Mars, when I'm healing in my priest, she always has at least one disciple pegging her the whole.
As long as I have them over there to the side, just don't worry with who they're attacking.
Yeah, they're just
Okay.
gonna. Yeah, the disciples are just gonna keep spamming people with abilities, and you're not gonna be able to do much with that. The biggest thing
Well,
is
that
the
makes it a lot
Crusader.
easier. I was trying to run along.
I mean, you can yank them if you have that up, but there
Then,
really
yeah.
isn't much you can do with them.
As long as they're not on top of the boss where we're hitting
Yeah.
them with AOE, they're fine.
Okay. That's a lot easier.
So did you notice your stacks were dropping, or?
And then usually, if you have enough gear, the tank swap is after the first set of ads dies. So then we would burn the ads down quick. The ad tank would pick up the boss, and then the tank that was on the boss would pick up the ad. If that's not a soon enough swap, then we can either look at 3 tanks or call in a swap in between. But usually, if you're not zerging it, that's how you would do it.
Alright, I'm in game, but my cats are downstairs chasing a mouse under the couch.
Cool.
Ew.
Sweet. Hopefully it dies.
Yeah, we'll give them a minute here.
Do you know where the raid entrance is?
It's on the map here, I think, isn't it?
It's just a little bit south of the boats.
Do you want in for this pull, or do you want to go see what your cats are doing?
They'll be alright. They'll slow it down here enough. I might need to take off after the. South of the boat.
It's one boat and a dock over from where the mission is.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody have any questions on the fight mechanics now that you've seen it?
I think I got it. I managed to stand in things a couple of times, but I understand I'm not supposed to.
Oh, my wife is getting brave. She's on the floor looking under the couch now.
Hopefully it's not a face hugger.
Mm-hmm. I think a false alarm. I think they were just wrestling.
Remember, with cats, it's axe murderer or bug.
The exact same response.
Five, four, three, two, one.
You will pay for invading our lands.
It's too far away.
Turn.
Delight judges all.
Turn.
Delight judges all.
I'm out of range.
Turn.
Alright, I got the boss. Just run to the back of the steps and drop your steps.
Switch.
Alright, everybody on ads.
Big one first.
Turn.
Delight judges all.
I'm out of range.
Turn.
It's too far away.
Delight judges all.
Alright, disciple number 2.
Turn. Switch.
Lightning is at hand.
Boss.
Back to the boss, back to the boss.
To arms. Fly without
Alright, I got the boss.
Delight judges all.
Turn.
Crusader and melee. Thank you. 2 of them.
We didn't get that first one down.
Turn.
Delight judges all.
Battle as a healer.
We don't get all 3 down
Turn.
in that first ad phase. Then it's kind of
Switch.
Ads.
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 can't manage.
It's too far away.
Turn.
Victory for the Noah. Fall outsider.
Turn.
I got 3 minutes on battle res.
Where's the disorient coming from? Like, I'm have been
That's
facing
the
the
Crusader.
Turn.
Disciple was low, but then the healing wave hit her.
Switch.
Yeah, you do not want the Az to be standing in the wave of light.
Yeah, pour out.
Ads.
May the light have mercy on your souls.
Let's go ahead and wipe. We do have one more.
So on the ads, when you said the big one first, is that the Crusader?
No.
It changes.
Whichever it changes every time. So whichever one gets big and mean and angry is the one that has to die first. So the last couple
Oh.
pulls, it's been the Disciple, but sometimes it's the Crusader, and if it's the Crusader, I mean, it just wrecks the tank's face. So they have to go down like
Okay.
right away.
Hey Art, why don't you take ads this time, man? I'm just having too much of it. I'm trying to manage them over there.
Can somebody hit Discord button and raid chat for Mac?
If that Crusader doesn't go down in that first ad phase, then you get 2 to deal with, and twice the fun with the disorient.
Yeah, each time the ads come out, he'll spawn one Crusader and then 2
It's
Disciples.
another group, yeah.
Hey, Max.
Max.
Bye, Mac.
You scared him away.
I guess be scared of.
There we go.
Hey,
And
Mac.
don't come back.
How's it going?
Good.
So where's the entrance? You in Desaralor?
Yeah.
South of the
Where
boat.
where are you?
In Borealis?
So go to the mission table boat, and then go south like another boat to, and the portal. There's a raid instance on the end of the dock.
Oh, great.
It's like if you're gonna get on the other boat, that's where it's at.
It's like super easy to get to.
Oh, that's nice. That's easier than the Horde side.
Everything is easier than the Horde side.
I was just gonna say.
We've talked about that, right?
It's ridiculously easy. Of course, the Alliance generally need the help more.
Maybe that should be the raid team name. Easier than the horde side.
I like it.
Oh, this is also a different start. I forgot.
Same boss though.
Oh, the 3?
I have just the thing.
Or
Yeah, it's the same boss that you would do. It's just they have different names.
Yeah, the paladin with the 3 ads.
Great. Okay.
Names were changed for their protection.
You guys. So I've done this with New Braid. Are you guys putting casters on the left, taking the boss to the right? Face away
Yes.
from the ads in the back at purple.
So, boss is on green, ads are back on purple, and basically all the casters are. I guess you guys are kind of standing where we're at right now, aren't you?
Sure. Okay.
I don't know. I'm in melee. I'm asking.
I would typically stand here.
We're still working on organizing.
And face the water.
I'm still figuring
The-
out how to play this too.
The sad part is this boss is actually harder than some of the bosses after.
Yes.
Oh, much harder. Management of.
No problem.
It. you do the.
Five, four, three, two, one.
You will pay for invading our lands.
Turn.
Delight judges all.
Turn.
Delight judges all.
Turn.
Three, two, one.
Switch.
Switch to ads.
Alright, the ad. It's the Crusader.
Okay, attacking pulse back.
Turn.
Delight judges all.
Add the boss.
Remember to turn away
Ah!
from.
Disoriented.
It's too far away.
Whoever is ad tanking the Crusader when it's big and bad, you're better off kiting it than.
Delight judges all.
Turn.
Back to the boss. Doing tank swap. Got him.
Switch.
Back to the boss.
Oh, this is good.
To arms! Drive these outsiders from Dudazar. Delight.
Yeah, this is not gonna end.
It's gonna wipe.
Yep. Go ahead and
Turn.
stand in the bad stuff.
Victory for the lower.
Yeah, we really need to get the ads down.
Turn.
May the light have mercy on your souls, though it is more than you deserve.
Pain and
I'm gonna say this feels smaller than our area, but it's probably
way out of it.
It's wider,
Okay.
but not as deep.
So this time, can one of the shaman, I almost said lust, but it's not. It's hero. When the ad phase starts, when we get to go switch to the ads, can you guys, hero, just so we can burn the ads down and get through that phase.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, try it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I need to get closer.
Turn.
Delight judges all.
Turn.
Delight judges all.
Turn.
Got him.
Beware.
3, 2,
Switch.
Ads.
Switch.
Yeah, I got balls.
Turn.
Judges own.
Other decide.
Turn.
Turn around. Crusader.
Judges own.
Swamp.
Turn.
Got him.
Alright, wait. Do not attack the boss
Switch.
yet. Now switch to the boss.
Alright, tank, we should have second ads coming.
I'm out of range.
Delight judges own.
I need to get
Turn.
closer.
Turn.
Delight judges own.
Turn. Switch.
Ads. I've got the boss.
Turn.
Delight judges own.
Disciple.
I'm out of range.
Turn.
Fall, outsider. Delight judges own.
Turn. Switch.
Is at hand.
Boss.
To arms. Life is outside
Ads.
us from Silver.
Pick up ads. Everybody needs to be on the boss.
Delight judges own.
Turn.
It's too far away.
Turn.
Delight judges own.
Turn. Switch.
Ads.
Try to interrupt those heals.
Turn.
Delight judges own. Victory for the lower.
Down.
I'd say we just build the boss, but
Auto rest.
Hold
time.
off. 24 seconds on res.
Turn.
10 seconds.
Delight judges own. Victory for the lower.
Get the buff disciple down and then go to the
Turn.
Res.
boss.
Switch.
And it's
Nice.
good job.
Hey, we got a
And a
guild
guild
challenge.
challenge.
Nice.
Any surprises? We have little time before
Nice
the Horde
job.
return to the city. Keep moving.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Vanguard, with me. Press forward.
Alright, repair mount is up.
Nice, I got
Remember,
a trade on my hands.
if you don't need the loot, pass it on.
If you don't need the loot, put it up in raid chat for people to roll up. Don't forget to get your seals of War-Torn Fate for the next time so that you have them for bonus.
I have my one that I could afford.
I usually buy mine right up the stairs here on the left. Is the guy there?
I don't think so.
He may not be as friendly.
Is there a long RP on this side too for this?
No, you can pull them. The primary target is the Beastmaster at all times.
I thought you said Beefmaster.
That's what I thought she said too.
No, not Beefy. That would have been funny.
I need to get closer.
Don't forget to loot trash because they do tend to drop epic.
It's too far away.
The Beastmaster. There, did I enunciate enough?
It's like a plate chess piece in Raid.
I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
Need to figure out why I'm randomly losing my target.
Are you casting Earthquake?
Yeah, that's what's doing it.
It does that a lot with me. When I click the ground, it just untargets whatever I have targeted. But not every time.
Can you not gank the big Beastmaster out so that we can AoE everything? I know it's primary target, but we can AoE all the little stuff down at the same time.
It makes my numbers look great.
It's too far away.
That's all that matters.
Said warriors and demon hunters everywhere.
I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
Ooh, we actually killed one of the brontosaurs?
Yep.
385 BOE.
AoE the crap out of it. Don't stand in the sword.
Do we have hero?
It's too far away.
Do you want to go on these ads?
We'll reset when we get to the boss.
Cool.
Of the troll.
So if you have done the monks and the Jade Masters, whatever the hell they're called, champions.
Fireman.
Yeah. So the fight mechanics are exactly the same on Horde and Alliance. They are just the fight is done sooner in the lineup of the fight, and the wall that we have to defeat the glowing balls is I put a raid marker in the back where you see purple. That's where the wall is on Alliance. So you'll get teleported basically almost right here in front of me, and then you have to zigzag around the pillar up to the purple. But other than that, the fight mechanics are the same. I know Seema hasn't done the fights. Is there anybody else that has not done the fights in here? Otherwise, it'll make my explanations a lot simpler.
On Alliance or at all?
At all.
I've done these as a ranged, so any difference, Hark, on the...
It's mostly the same.
Okay.
So, for the record, Grim Fang, which is the monk, will always be the priority target. They have to die before the fiery hand. Occasionally... Sorry, people are yelling in the background of my house. Occasionally, the monk will disappear, and so will the tank to do a tank mechanic. When that happens, we have to kill the fire boss. When the monk comes back down, we immediately switch back to the... The only things to keep an eye on is if we get the bombs, we have to kill them. But when you go to do the bombs, if you're in the fog of the bomb, only people in the fog can see you, which means only healers in there can heal you. So one healer will need to stay out with the tanks while everybody else goes and kills the bombs.
Are the ranged able to see the bombs through the fog?
Nope.
Or do they have to get up close?
You have to go in.
Yeah, and there's there's gonna be magma traps too on the ground that somebody needs to.
That's horde, or that's heroic only. You don't have the fire traps on normal.
Yeah.
The only two other things to keep an eye on is occasionally the fire caller will do an ability where he'll put a shield on himself. We have to break the shield and then immediately and then occasionally the monk will teleport to somewhere inside the room and start doing a spinning, like a blackout, and somebody has to melee her, or him. I don't know what it is. It's a her on horde, but you have to melee them to get them to stop. So you cannot just hit them with a spell from halfway across the room. It will not stop the spinning kick. Somebody actually has to run into melee range and smack her with a weapon. Other than that, don't stand in the bad. It's pretty easy fight once you see it the first time.
When you were saying about going in someplace, I didn't catch.
You mean the bomb?
The
Yeah,
bomb
you
will
were
be
saying you have to go in someplace where you can't see people or something.
The bombs will spawn, like one will spawn here at green, another one will spawn over here at blue, and I think it's the back right corner is the third spot, but what happens is there'll be a big floating orb and it'll have a laser beam coming out of it, and it will slowly rotate in a circle with the laser beam just going around in a circle. You never want to get hit by the laser beam because it will kill you, and it has like a giant fog ring around it. The only way to attack the bomb and kill it before it blows up is if you're inside the fog circle. But the only way to get healed is if a healer is inside the fog circle, because it creates a
Line of sight.
Yes, thank you. So when the bombs come up, we'll call. Usually, when I usually do it, we usually do green first. So everybody but one healer and the tanks has to run into the fog, burn the bomb down, run over, burn down the other bomb.
Gotcha.
Any other questions?
Not a question, but I just have to say that I am pleased to see that everybody's transmog is on point.
Nice.
I was afraid I was going to have to, have a little sidebar with some people if they weren't keeping up with transmog, but we're good.
That's funny.
I haven't done the quest yet.
I haven't even done it yet.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet. Almost there, I think.
Also, if you haven't raided with me before, I do very short and not specific boss fight explanations because I never remember mechanics. To me, usually the name of the mechanic doesn't really matter. If you're not supposed to stand in fire, you basically don't stand in fire. So, if you need further explanations than what I give, please speak up, because I know we have experienced raiders in here that can probably do it a different way. On the tanks, everybody step inside the line. Thanks, Boulder. I do not like to kill you, Foo. That's a lie.
For a second, I read that as mechanics are for cats. Which oddly made sense to me. Yeah.
That'll work.
Alright. Let's go. Well, that was interesting.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You face the Dragon of Draenor! You will burn to ashes!
You do want to stack them on top of each other.
Of the Phoenix!
And tanks, you guys can tell me to shut up at any point in time. I take this on the horde.
Swap to the cast. Burn the shield.
Back to the monk. Alright. On the caster. Back to the monk.
flames of the phoenix
will break you.
Alright,
Bombs.
green
The
bomb.
phoenix
Green
takes
bomb.
many forms.
Dodge
Let
the
the laser
fire
hit.
beam. Do
I'm
not get hit by
inside.
laser.
One here. Oh,
Alright, move to the next one.
Run to blue.
Switch to the caster.
Your defense is
Typical
feeble.
alliance weakness.
I think it must have clipped the laser beam.
Monk.
Switch to the caster. Burn the shield. Back to the monk.
Monk.
No quarter for you.
The very might of the cosmos will crush
Alright.
you.
Run the
Alright.
trail without hitting the
Shame we don't have a lock for this part.
No, you can use a demon hunter or warlock's gate.
Yeah, but we don't have a lock.
I wish I would quit bouncing.
This is way longer than Horde.
Yeah,
Seems
this
so.
is way long.
Alright, the orbs all share a health pool, so unless you have an ability that puts damage on multiple things, just avoid the fire puddles, pick one and...
If you can dot everything.
And same thing, back to the monk.
Your defense is
Switch to the
feeble.
med.
Man. All the way across the other side of the room.
Alright, back to the monk.
Behold the flames of the phoenix.
Dispel.
At some point they will transform into birds. Do not ever be in front of them unless you are the tank.
Should we back off the monk a little bit or not?
No. The monk has to die first.
And nuke them all.
Switch to the mage.
Your defense is feeble.
The dragon will
Back to the monk.
bring your doom. All will be consumed. Behold the flames of the phoenix.
Very nice.
Good job, everybody.
Be on guard, champions. I sense a rising darkness.
Cinematic for those that haven't seen.
Isn't the only one with ghouls in her arsenal. No surprise in her choice of allies. The Zandalari deserve their fate.
Leather shoulders up.
Those would be an upgrade for me, but we have a lot of druids, so I can't imagine I'm the only one.
Just do some,
Slash roll.
It's too far away. I need to get closer.
so you can get to the top. I'll turn it to you.
Alright, so for those that have not seen this part on the Alliance side, this is like a golf. So once the two big main ads go down, we just need to keep moving up because the other ghosts will just keep spawning. So it's like a keep moving and go.
But at least we're not getting frozen.
The Rising Hulk will throw you halfway across the room. So if you're facing the stairs, you will go.
I'm out of range. It's too far away. I'm out of range.
Just keep AoEing and dragging the restless bones up the stairs.
I'm out of range. It's too far away.
Should we release if we're dead and run up here?
That's what I'm doing.
I'm out of range. I need to target something.
A little easier than Jaina.
Yeah.
Alright,
Oh,
this is a boss room,
Our
so
own weapon against us.
He was a noble fellow who deserved better.
Again,
Heroes,
short but wide.
do what you have to.
if you have
Please
seen the
be
monkey fight,
merciful.
it is the exact same monkey fight. Alright, these are roughly where the ads spawn on the Alliance side, and yes, I have seen the ads spawn all the way back here behind purple, and it sucks. So, the biggest thing in the monkey fight is you never want to be in front of the monkey unless you're the two. You always want to be behind the monkey. When an ad spawns, priority always is the ad. It has to be interrupted. It has to be. Then everybody goes back to the monkey. He will occasionally turn around and do a big giant slam on the ground in melee. Melee needs to move out of that because after a few seconds, it turns into a blow up, and you will take a buttload of damage. So do not stand in the big slam.
Like you.
Occasionally, if he hits 100% energy, or if we hit him with an orb, he will start to do it. Depending on how much energy he has, is how many times he does the tantrum. It gets progressively painful. So 1 tantrum is okay, 2 not bad, 3 and 4 probably need a healing cooldown because it's gonna suck. And tanks, do you know the taunt on this? Because it's very no. It's he does 3 abilities on the tanks. He does it 3 times. There's only 2 abilities. The only one you need to worry about is the beast. Bestial Smash. That's the only one you have to care about. If 1 tank gets hit with Bestial Smash, you have to taunt and take the second one. If you take 2 Bestial smashes in a row, you instantly. So he could do 3 Bestial Smashes when he does his ability, so you'll have to go taunt, taunt, taunt. Sometimes he'll do 3 of the other mechanic, and you can take 2 of those and then taunt. But that mechanic doesn't really matter one way or the other. It's the Bestial Smash that is the most important thing because you cannot take it twice in a row. And when he starts doing it 3 times and you have to keep taunting it back and forth, it kind of gets really sucky. So, yeah, that's ignore what DBM says. Do not taunt when DBM tells you to. DBM lies. And I will pick up the orb for the record.
Who's backup for when you die?
Who says I'm gonna die?
Oh well, that's a guarantee now.
You one shot.
Sorry.
I see how it is. Thanks a lot.
You did say you're a bad road.
Yeah, because all I was doing was Phantom Kniving and hitting Rupture over and over again.
He hasn't died yet, though.
Vanish for the win.
5, 4, 3.
Oh, and turn him around and pull him up to the staircase behind him. Oh, and both tanks have to be in front of him at the same time.
Standing within. Oh wait, it's not heroic, so screw that.
Add.
That's the big circle to stay at on melee.
Adds out.
Need to move the boss.
Where is the ad?
Move the boss.
Towards the back. Or the front.
It's in the front.
Oh.
Not a robot.
That's what I was
Nope.
looking for.
Me too.
Sorry, it is not a robot.
So this is after the horde already killed the.
Yeah.
This is
Yep.
the good version.
It's Bum Swandy's little boy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ouch.
He took energy faster than I was looking.
5, 4,
I was looking at my wrong weak aura.
1.
Rest the healer, please.
Add.
Add in front.
1.
Get the boss away from the ad.
Chant.
I can enter.
It's probably like that.
We lost a tank.
Yep.
Just standing stupid.
I think this might take care of us.
2, 1.
That poor monkey is missing part of his arm.
He's doing a lot
I
of
blame
damage.
Blake Caller.
4,
He rezzed him
3,
in perfectly.
I want that as a 100 pet.
That'd be cool.
Bad.
Oh, oh boy.
I have many.
Jeez, even as Alliance, we have to listen to him.
I thought the run back was bad with the horse.
Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a raid break right now. So go ahead and get back up to what we would consider the buff place, which is at the top of the and then we'll do a raid break. While you're on break, think about
Think about
your
what you've done.
preference. Yeah, think about what you've done or didn't do. Think about whether or not, since this raid is intended to be once a week, if you would prefer to do 2 hours or 3 hours, and whether or not starting at 8 server time works for you, or if it's something that you would rather start a little bit later, so that we can kind of pin down a raid time to put on the calendar for next week. So, have fun.
10
I
minute
need to
break.
find my calendar.
Well, if it was a 3-hour raid and we broke every hour in DOA, I set 6 minutes. But if you're gonna do like halfway, like if we were gonna go 3 hours, this would be halfway. Then I usually do 10.
If you have LVUI, the calendar is the clock in the.
I don't have a clock either.
Or you
Oh.
can, if you have G on the it says game menu, if you click that, and then there's a list, and then you can see calendar.
I don't know what game menu is. I don't see what that is.
In LVUI. So if you're using that, there's
Yes.
a little G. Click the G, and then you should have a whole list of stuff, and the calendar should be the fourth one.
Where's the G?
Look under the loot side on the left if you've got the configuration for your class. So on the bottom right.
Bottom right.
And so bottom right, and do you see a C on the very far right, bottom right corner?
No.
In LVUI.
No, I
Come
have
straight
a
across
question
from
mark.
that.
And type
Yeah, that
Oh,
works
that
too.
may help.
if your UI is so customized where we cannot find it.
I guess I'll have to go that. You know, I used to be able to I thought it was if I right click the mini map or something, but it doesn't do that anymore. Oh well. I got it with the / calendar, so that's good. Thank you very much.
And you can make a macro
for that.
now.
And
Okay, be right back.
Where do you buy the seals in a line?
That's what I'm trying
Next
to
door
figure
to the inn,
transmogrifier
top
room
level.
Oh yeah, I found it. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, maybe I already did it because
I'm right at the door of the place.
Oh yeah, no quest. Okay, I already did it.
So are we having fun yet, guys?
A lot, yes.
Yeah.
I killed Art that time.
I'm not sure. And he might be AFK, I'm not sure.
Let's go look at deaths. Hold on.
I know we were moving to get away from that.
He died to a bestial smash. 184.4k overkill. Yeah, that was just like he took 2 bestial smashes.
It was in the middle of him moving.
Need to get this eyeball off my forehead.
Come, shop, browse. Smell. Good fortune to all friends of the Grummels. Punches, lucky doos and root.
Oh, I just got disconnected. Logging back in.
I got like 9 whispers from you as you logged out.
Did you really?
It says like our show, are we going, in caps. It's crazy.
I don't remember typing anything. I did something did hit my keyboard, but maybe that's what kicks. That something being my headphone cable. Oh, that's really weird. Of course, now LVY is out of date.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Burns me about that as I checked that before I even logged in.
It just updated tonight.
Figures.
All right, mounts are up if you need to repair.
Enhance.
Let's see who's back.
Enhance.
Enhance. That's funny.
Sorry.
Are you back?
I'm back.
Does anybody have any questions on the mechanics now that we kind of saw it and realize it's not a robot, but it's actually a ghost, which I forgot to mention the first.
I'm good now.
All right, a for real ready check. So what this raid has taught us is that we need a scribe.
I'm a scribe.
I'll work on my cooking this
Buff
week.
thingies, huh?
Do you need tomes? I got a couple.
2, 1.
I think she's talking about like the int and the warrior thingy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, those. Yeah.
I can
know the
make
one-
'em. I got them somewhere.
3, 2, 1.
Add.
That's up front.
1.
It's too far away.
Chant.
Three, two, one.
Green.
Add way in the
2, 1. Chant.
All the way in the back.
Chant.
It's on the boss.
Go to the other side of the stairs.
By red, move the boss.
Chant.
Lust and hit Trank, please.
very nice.
Nice.
Nice job.
Ah! We need these beasts knocked out of the air. Where is Mechatork with that new toy of his?
Did someone call for an airstrike?
I have a waist.
Our incursion point is up ahead.
Leather waist.
Clear a path to the waterfall.
Yep. Go ahead and link it in raid chat so people can roll on it.
You have the coordinates, High Tinker. Fire when ready.
Stand back, heroes! I'll get you inside the pyramid!
If you see somebody on a speed, click on it so they can stand back up. It's a really long stun.
I see one up there now.
I need a target. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. I don't have a target.
We could invite him, right?
Yeah, we can bring anybody. I mean, as long as they're 120 and stuff.
It's too far away.
Yeah, details.
Minor technicality.
Thank you.
I need to target something first.
Breach successful! I'll stay out here and keep the skies clear.
We've already scouted these halls and disarmed the Zandalari defenses. Our way in should be clear.
Seema, can you go to heals?
Sure.
Sorry, you must not have, I was muted. Yes, I'm Boomkin.
Really goes for either side. Just make sure you're on the boss's butt at all times. Ranged, you guys are, well, I lied. Ranged, you guys are going to want to spread out because of the zoomy orb. Seema, you are healing on the range side, so you're on green. Basically, what you're going to want to do is try and stay around the outer edge of the room, because occasionally a ranged player is going to get hit with a lightning ball debuff, and it'll have a countdown timer, and when it goes away, you leave a lightning ball behind that does damage to everybody who runs through it. So you want to line them up along the outer edges of the walls. So just, if you stay at the edge of the wall, let it drop, and then sidestep over. Every so often, the boss is going to switch to the next room, and then the room previous is going to be lit on fire, and you will die if you stand in it for more than like 2 seconds. So when the boss starts running into the next room, make sure you follow the boss in there, stop casting, and just... And,
What are the colored gems again? I'm used
Okay.
to grabbing red, but I don't need that for this one. On this
Tanks need to grab diamond. Healers, one healer on each side needs to grab amethyst, and one healer on each side needs to grab
Emerald.
emerald. Yeah.
Which one you want, Sam?
No, one healer takes amethyst, one takes sapphire.
Sapphire.
Amethyst is the one that gives the debuff that keeps you from taking damage. Or I guess it's a buff. And then sapphire, I think, is a haste buff.
All right. Gus, you probably are gonna want to take it too, just so that we have 3 of them, and let our DK get Geth. I don't know how you say your name. Let him get the other ruby with me because rubies we can we can just hit them in melee. But we can't really run out with topazes.
Yeah, that's fine. I just assumed that you could only grab 1 on each side, so you can grab 2 on the same side.
I believe so.
We'll find out, won't we?
I guess
you were saying me, correct, Gethron?
Yep.
So you were saying, what did you say for me to grab Sapphire? You said
Topaz.
Topaz. Okay.
So you, Crop, and Hork are gonna do the topaz bounce around. Geth, what we do with the ruby is you have to hit the boss every few seconds with something, in order for it to stack. And the higher the stack, the higher the buff that we get to do damage against.
Yeah, that's the important thing is to keep it stacking on him because that's the only way you beat him. Even if it's a throw, even if it's a throw something at him.
Shoot. That's not really gonna work because we have to have one on the other side, or our ad is gonna go splat, and yours is gonna still be up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Gus, go ahead and take the ruby on your side. We'll just have to have it shoot topaz and see what happens. This fight is very simple. Basically, dodge everything that these ads throw out, move to the next room, and keep a range side, which is green. You'll have a debuff that you'll have to take off of people, and on blue side, so healers, you'll have to dispel people. If you get the debuff on you, don't move unless you absolutely have to dodge mechanics, because otherwise you will kill. When we get to the boss, he does a few mechanics. Some of them will tell you to some of them we will tell you to run away, and then ads are the priority when they spawn. Do everything you can to root, slow, stun, grip them towards the middle, AoE them down, whatever it takes to kill them as quick as possible, and then back to the boss. Alright, let's give it a try.
You gotta stand inside the room.
5, 4,
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Melee side, make sure you're always behind the ad.
Avoid.
It's too far away.
Get behind him.
Avoid. Next.
Lagging pretty hardcore.
It's the fire gate.
Avoid.
Flame.
Avoid.
It's too far away.
Avoid. Next.
I need to get closer. It's too far away.
Flames.
Avoid.
Res our DK, please. I should have called for Siva.
Avoid.
Sorry, I didn't know you were dead.
Yeah, I was trapped by the flames.
It takes a little getting used to.
Just remember the flames on the ground actually don't do that much damage in normal. You can run through them.
Next.
What's gonna hurt more is this thing.
Yeah. And then I got.
If somebody dies and it's a
Avoid.
healer or a tank, please speak up so that we can get them rezzed. I did not know that Sima was dead on.
Okay.
Avoid.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Flame.
notice.
Avoid. Next. Avoid.
I need to get close.
Probably need to slow down a bit on melee side.
We usually wait and slow down in the last room. It makes it easy. Because then we can avoid all these mechanics. Well, I lied. Not all of them, but you can avoid the wall.
Avoid.
Alright. Melee side is in the gem room. Please grab your gem.
Somebody on the range side will have to grab a room.
Yeah,
Avoid.
range side's down 4 people. 3 people. No, 4 people.
Yep, it's a wipe. Go ahead and go back a room, melee, and stay in the.
I got Hex of Lethargy and the lightning thing and the fire spawned and ran over.
Yeah, down a healer, it's hard to deal with the heck.
Oh yeah.
See you go down. It's kind of squinchy in there.
He's running through into.
Please don't call the boss, Nick.
Oh, there you go.
I have many, many wares.
I'm up above.
Many farewells.
So the white balls, or that's what we're trying to line up around the outside of the room?
Yes.
Just try to keep them out of the way.
Yeah, mainly just
So-
don't put them on the gate to the next room.
I did something wrong because it said, you have blah blah blah, get away from others, and which I did, and then it killed me.
Right.
Well,
you
then
have to
you
put there for a
drop
few
the.
seconds
Yeah.
before it
You drop the
drops.
ball and then you step out of it. And then
Or
there's
it can
also
do
fire
damage.
walls.
You're just
I didn't see any ball in that case, but I was so close to the wall trying to stay away from it. That's all I saw was, I guess, the.
If you go to the prior gate, the one that you just stepped through, anytime
Okay.
I get the ball, I go to either corner or along the gate you just walked through.
Okay, that's good. That's a good tip.
And I do the same thing with the fire. I keep that to the outer side of the wall and just kind of run the perimeter on the outside as much as you can.
But that's probably not what killed you. There's also, in the second room, there's big doors on the sides that open up that are shooting fire across.
It is what killed me because the
was
fire I
lightning?
could avoid. Yeah, it was called volatile charge according to recap.
And other people could be dropping them around you too, so it might not have just been yours. You get like 3 of them in each room? I don't know. It gets busy.
I think more of your friend.
Yeah, true. I saw at least 4 in one room.
Oh, I didn't see that somebody went AFK. So there is a debate going on in the raid channel, the raid Discord channel named right, about times. So I've seen 2 hours, 3 hours. I've seen 8 to 11 server and 9 to midnight server. So when you get a chance to take a look at it or post in what your preference is, that would be awesome.
Thank you.
Haruka, let me know when you're back. Haruk? Is it Haruk? I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Alright, back and ready.
I am so horrible with names. Alright, is it Haruk? How do you actually say it?
That was close. I guess also answered a master.
Funny. Alrighty, let's give it a shot. So, yeah, if you're a tank or a healer that dies, please speak up right away.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Avoid.
Flames.
Avoid. Avoid. Next.
Alright, did anybody else just see him spin and do that?
Yep.
Yep. I'm out of range.
Okay.
Avoid.
Flames.
He always goes.
Yes, he always goes the same direction.
Avoid. Avoid.
Flames.
Next.
I need to get closer.
Avoid. Avoid. Next.
Flames.
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
Avoid.
Hang on, lagging bad again.
Avoid.
Flames.
Next.
It's too far away.
Avoid.
Flames.
Avoid.
Alright, melee side, get your gems.
Avoid. Next. Avoid.
It's like we're way ahead.
Alright,
Let's
melee
say
side, melee
avoid.
side, stop DPS, let them catch up some. Pull your pets off. You still have to dodge mechanic.
If you move to the edges of the room on normal, you don't have to. You can just completely ignore them.
Avoid.
Big flame.
Collect.
Oh, never mind.
Each side.
Okay, so I think you get the purple and I'll get the blue.
Okay.
Avoid. Avoid. Next.
I need to get closer.
Now on this boss fight, these two guys do need to die fairly quick of each other, or the boss gets a giant buff and basically makes it impossible for us to kill it.
Avoid.
Or even now.
Alright, melee, go ahead and start attacking.
Avoid. Avoid. Avoid.
It's too far away. I don't have a target.
Alright, everybody to the middle. Tanks, you will have to hit it and taunt it and make sure you grab him immediately or he will run up the side and reset.
Shamans, get your stuns out for the ad.
I need to get closer.
I'll throw the first one.
Everybody stack on orange, stack on orange.
Liquid gold, get out.
Ads,
First hit him out.
Ads.
stun them, slow them, whatever you can do, just kill 'em.
Second
Oh,
total.
don't boomkin them though, sorry.
Adds a priority, don't let them get to the edge of the room.
If you have the ruby, do not follow the ads, stay on the boss.
I'm out of range.
Yep.
High energy.
I need to get closer. It's too far away. Beware. I'm out of range.
We got ads.
Ads. Everybody has to be on ads unless you're fighting a Ruby.
I need to get closer.
Ads again.
AOE.
First totem's down.
Second totem's down.
I need to target something first.
Get gold in the group.
Gold move out.
High energy.
Alright, again, unless you're in Ruby, you need to be following the ad.
Need to be following what?
Ads. Jason,
Kill
killing it.
Buff coming in. Oh, now it wants me to run.
More gold in the group. Move out if you
Gold out of the. Ads again.
Ads.
First totem's out.
Third totem now.
It's too far away. I need to get closer.
High energy.
Beware. I'm out of range.
We're ready for lust.
Wait.
There ain't ads.
Yep. Wait. Give it.
Ads.
Plus. Do not follow ads. Stay on the ball.
Holy crap!
Nice.
Good job, guys.
Solid.
Good job.
Woohoo!
Collect,
Loot the piles.
loot the piles before they disappear.
It's true what Sylvanas says. You alliance goons ain't got no souls!
We're entering the heart of Dazara lore. Expect fierce resistance from the Zandalari. It would be wise to set some traps to cover our flank. Keep going. I'll catch up.
Well, the next one's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna call her good here. Actually, gotta run.
Yay! I got a new weapon!
Nice.
Yay!
Let's check it out.
Okay. Just kind of skipping through Discord. It sounds like most people would like to end by 11 o'clock server time, which is fine with me because I'm on Eastern time as well. I'm gonna do, before everybody disappears, I'm gonna do a quick ready check. Hit yes if you're okay with the 3-hour time block from 8 to 11. Hit no if you would prefer to do something like a 2-hour time block from 9 to 11.
That's Eastern.
Yeah, server time, Eastern time, whatever you want to call it. So, yes is 3-hour from 8 to 11. No is 2-hour from 9. and Max is abstaining for obvious reasons. All right, so 3-hour time blocks have it. If you can't be here quite at 8 o'clock, that's fine. Just ping us when you get online, and we'll pull you in like we did tonight. So we'll do
Cool.
from 8 to 11 server, and I'll get the calendar invite out. If you were not on the calendar invite for tonight, don't leave yet, so I can remember to add you. And that'll be that. Please remember to post the names that you want to use, unless anybody has a strong preference and wants to pick a couple good ones. But there are some team name suggestions going on. Also, if you're not on the calendar tonight, say something in raid chat so I can add you. Otherwise, I will forget. And raid chat as in in-game raid chat, not Discord raid chat. Sorry.
I don't see.
Thanks, all. That was fun. Been a while since I've raided in WoW.
That was an awesome job tonight. I'm surprised we went so smoothly.
Yeah.
Did anyone leave earlier? That. Well, I can catch it later. I'd like to make a big deal of this. This is good.
I don't think anyone's left yet.
Okay,
I mean, we are kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I left, but I'm still on Discord.
I'm kind of a big deal, you know.
Many leather-bound books.
To my cat, I'm very important.
So, on the raid group that you're talking about on the calendar,
I'm talking about the in-game calendar.
yeah, I'm looking at that. You want everybody's name on that for tonight or for next
No.
week?
Because I will copy and paste it for next week. So if your name is not on there, I need to know so I add you for next week. If your name is on there, it'll automatically be added for next week when I copy it over.
Right. Mine's on there. I don't see crop circle.
Yeah, let's get a picture. While we're here, let me start my picture tool.
I have green tattoos.
That sounds good to me. Don't know what that means, but okay.
You're taking my picture. I'm just saying I have cool tattoos up and down my arms.
Oh. Let me unphase myself.
In game, that is.
That's not what I meant.
Wait, what is that? That's in the way. Rook. Move your rock.
Click them off. Click them off.
I can't click them off.
Sure you can. There's a buff. You should be able to click his picture under your name.
Okay. Yeah, there is no buff for him.
He's not. There's not a circle under your health.
One keeps smiling. We have to wait till the
Sorry about that. I know there's nothing on my buff bars or on my name.
People with LVUI cannot dismiss their pets.
It must be an LVUI.
Fancy UI users.
I got crop circle. I added foos. I added fezzes. Is there anybody else that needs an invite to the calendar on June 7th?
You don't have Eiloon, and I was on for this week, but I don't have an invite for next week.
I have Eiloon on Airy Peak on there.
The calendar for June 7th is blank.
Yeah, that's what mine is too.
I see nothing.
Oh, I see it. Everything.
Oh, it's there now.
Oh, maybe I had to close it and reopen it. Sorry.
Still don't have it, so maybe I just have to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
That's weird. Why does my armor look green?
There's some kind of hue that mine looks green too.
Because you have
I think it's
tattoos on your arms.
Yeah, it must be the tattoos.
Do we want to go somewhere else? Get a better tint, better color palette? Is that disturbing your? Okay, I gotta click
Offending
pictures
your
here.
sensibilities.
This looks good. Good deal.
I was getting ready to compliment Nick on his translog, then I realized.
Good looking group.
I see
I've
your
gotta
name
send you
on
the-
there. That is very weird.
I've got to send you the screenshot. Who has the eye on their forehead?
Mars, I auto accepted it for you because I'm staring right at your name, which is really weird. So I don't know what's going on.
That's so weird, but that's fine. It'll show up eventually. Maybe.
Just show up in Discord next week and we'll invite.
It's Iloon on Airy Peak, not like Iloon on Earth and Ring, right?
Yeah, I have you on Airy Peak.
So
Yeah.
weird.
Maybe when you log out and back in, since you're on a different server. Or maybe it doesn't show up for you on a different server, it just shows up for me. I don't know. It's really weird.
I have the one for today, so I don't know. Yeah, it's just weird because I even hit reload and it didn't pop.
That is strange.
Now, are we locking this out till next week to continue or start over?
People still need gear, probably start over.
Yeah, I would say we'd probably start over until we get a little more comfortable with everybody. And I mean, it took us a little while to get champions down, and then we kind of blew through the rest of the bosses, but we did wipe a few times on. So I think once we kind of get past that, we should be able to get much farther in this raid in the 3-hour block. The first couple raids, though, I just kind of figured that we were going to be, you know, going over like team rules and suggestions and names and all that other stuff. So yeah, no worries, Fez.
Yeah, thank you.
The sands will consume everything.
I love that toy.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get that one?
It's in the shop.
Nice.
Turns you into a random boss from a dungeon or raid.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
that's great.
that's a great toy.
Although somehow the other day I got like the same 3 bosses 3 times, or the same boss 3 times in a row.
That happened to me last week.
I don't know how come it always turns me into a guy instead of a female.
So for the record, I did post in Raid Team News on the AIE Discord so that they know we've and if you haven't noticed, I created a raid progression channel. It's something that I use in DO. Basically, the only thing that goes in there is just posts of when we kill the bosses for the first time. Just so that we kind of keep a running total of when we defeated things. So it's not really for like chatting or anything. It's just for raid leaders to post boss kills for the first time as we get them. So you can always, if you missed a week, go back and see, oh, they did get that boss down, or, you know, whatever.
Yeah. I also made a Mythics channel and a dungeon chat voice channel if anyone wants to run Mythics.
Yes.
I would, I'd highly recommend doing that kind of thing in the public Discord, if at all possible. You know, let's talk this up in LFG. Let's try not to to get too much going in a separate raid group that nobody's invited to, because then we'll get more people seeing what's going on the alliance side, more people to